The action in the semi-final stage. A look backstage as the competitors are just getting themselves ready. A lot of nerves backstage, I'm sure. It's 12 couples into the finals, and the first group in this semi-finals. What about these two? Well, what can I say? Donnie Byrnes and Gaynor Fairweather. 12 times world champions. And they're John Byrnes and Jane Litletton, 28 years of age, twice British champions. And they're Martin Dihlmann and Lydia Weisser from Germany. Seem to be taken by surprise there. And from France, in 5-1-3, Marc and Catherine Couder. Jean-Sébastien and Stephanie Coudeau from France. 6th in the standard section. Finally, in this group, Charles and Monique Ferreira, also from France. Well, the first dance, as always in the Latin competition, the cha-cha-cha. And you'd have to be a very brave man indeed to bet against these two winning. The first dance in the semi-finals, and those two looking outstanding. Really are in a class of their own. They've won just about everything going. Donnie Byrnes and Gaynor Fairweather. So now to the second heat, and there Hans Galke and Bianka Schreiber from Germany. Professional since 1991. That's Marcel Schneider and Barbara Ruger from Switzerland. Runners-up in the Swiss National Championships. A big roar goes up for Marc and Martine Barbieri. 5th in the European Championships. And they're from England, Paul Richardson and Lorna Dawson. And number 512, Jean-Yves Boulogne and Marie-Hélène Dufault. And finally, from France, Jean-Marc and Agnès Simili. Again, the cha-cha-cha, the first dance for this heat. Music incidentally provided by Gerardiva Orchestra. They're the Germans, Hans Reinhard Galke and Bianka Schreiber. Hans 32, Bianka 30, been professional since February 1991. As amateurs, they were world champions in 88 and 90, European champions 89 and 90. And as professionals, they've been German champions from 1992 right up to the championship last year. They were in fact the show dance world champions in 94 and 95. And also they've been runners-up in the world championships. Marc and Martine Barbieri, fifth, as I said before, in the European Championships. So they're the cha-cha-cha from this second heat in these semi-finals. We'll move on now to the second dance, and this, the samba. They're John Byrnes and Jane Litletton, both 28 years of age, twice the British champions. And in 89 they were the European 10 dance champions. Finalists in all the major events. Have no coach at the moment. And, they've been professional for just about a year. They're the French team. Jean-Sébastien and Stéphanie Gaudet. Of course, the couple in the front there. Donnie Byrnes again in Fairweather. They just seem to get better and better. You can see a much larger crowd here for this Latin competition. And the standard of the competition, very high indeed. So now the second group out onto the dance floor. That's the second of the German teams, Martin Dihlmann and Lydia Weisser. Now look at the British team, Paul Richardson and Lorna Dawson.
Los capitales vuelven a sentir en la triste canción
French couple hoping to make their way through into the finals, Marc and Martine Barbieri. Still 3 dances to go. The semi-finals of the Latin Dance Grand Prix of Paris. Yeah, Donnie Byrnes and Gaynor Fairweather is the third dance, the rumba.
No quisiera vivir siempre lejos de ti, sin poderte abrazar, sin poderte nombrar, yo prefiero morir. Ese amor que te di, lo puedo gritar, no puedo evitar de amar más y más. Quiero sentir tu cuerpo.
Yeah, Martin Dihlmann and Lydia Weisser, second in the World Championships free dance and fourth in the European Championships last year. Runners-up in the German National Championships for the last 2 years. Together since 1993.
Y al final yo te amé, tu figura soñé y tus pasos seguí.
Warm appreciation from the crowd here as the second heat make their way out, and tremendous expression from this couple. All the passion of the rumba there. So the second group settle down now.
Poco a poco te di
Look at the
tantas cosas
Swiss couple who've done well to make it through to the semi-finals. Marcel Schneider and Barbara Ruger. Runners-up in the Swiss Championships.
Siempre lejos de ti, sin poderte abrazar, sin poderte nombrar, yo prefiero morir. Ese amor que te di, lo quiero gritar, no puedo evitar de amar más y más. Quiero sentir tu cuerpo vibrar, tus manos temblar, tu pelo enredar y tu boca besar. Poco a poco te di tantas cosas de mí y al final yo te amé, tu figura soñé y tus pasos seguí.
Well, we didn't really get a chance to see the top couple out in that heat. So Reinhard Galke and Bianka Schreiber, the German couple. There they are, just giving us a wave. So we move on now to the penultimate dance. This is the Paso Doble. There, John Byrnes and Jane Litletton. Oh, England. That's Charles and Monique Ferreira from France. And I think they'll be hard pushed to make their way into the finals, but tremendous experience for them. John Byrnes, Jane Litletton. They'll be hoping to make it into the final, that's for sure. Now Marc and Martine Barbieri. Then I'll look at the second heat in their Paso Doble underway. Richardson and Lorna Dawson. For their first year as professionals, and it really is a quantum leap between the amateur and professional competition. Looking very impressive here in Paris. So just one dance to go. Final dance in these semi-finals. That's the jive. And they're the favourites. Donnie Byrnes and Gaynor Fairweather. Quite unbelievable. There really is so much energy and vitality in everything they do. John Byrnes, Jane Litletton again. These two no strangers to competing in the big competitions. Super stuff. The final dance in the semi-finals for that heat. And there, Martin Dihlmann, tremendous facial expressions, really living the dance. Now the second heat out, and we look at Hans Galke and Bianka Schreiber. Hans 32 years of age, Bianka 30. They've been professionals since February 1991. The silver medalists in the Swiss National Championships. Marcel Schneider and Barbara Brugger. To Paris, the Bercy Stadium, and the presentations of the finalists in this Grand Prix of Paris. Of course, the Latin dance. The first of our finalists, as we'd expected, Donnie Byrnes and Gaynor Fairweather. Well, I'm sure they could have gone on a little bit longer than that. So now to the second couple who've made it through into the finals. Remember, just 6 couples into the final. John Byrnes and Jane Litletton. You can see there, Donnie Byrnes. He would have wanted more, I'm sure. So they're the second of our finalists, John and Jane from England, and the smiling face there of our third couple to make it into the finals, Hans Galke and Bianka Schreiber, German national champions. To remember, silver medalists in the World Championships for the last 2 years. So their teammates make it through into the finals. Couple number 4, this is Martin Dihlmann and Lydia Weisser. These two been together for nearly 3 years second in the World Championships free dance, fourth in the European Championships last year. And for the last 2 years, they've won the silver medal in the German National Championships. It's Martine Dihlmann and Lydia Weisser. And the first of our French couple into the final. It's good that France are represented here. So this is Marc and Martine Barbieri from France. These two fifth in the European Championships. So something for the French crowd to shout about here. Marc and Martine Barbieri. So the last of our finalists, couple number 6. This is Paul Richardson and Lorna Dawson. But these two also in the Latin competition. Together for 3 years now, second in the European 10 dance championships as amateurs. Paul, in fact, from Perth in Australia. So they're the finalists. 2 from England, 2 from Germany, 1 from France, and 1 from Scotland. So again, the first dance will be the cha-cha-cha. That'll be followed by the samba, then the rumba, the paso doble, and the final dance, the jive. So our 6 finalists out onto the dance floor now, and you can see the panel of judges making their way around the dance floor. And the French couple, Marc and Martine Barbieri. So the final underway now. The first dance, the cha-cha-cha. We look at the French couple, Marc and Martine. The Germans, Hans Reinhard Galke and Bianka Schreiber. Super stuff. Germans on form. Hans and Bianka looking very sharp indeed. Tremendous expression throughout the dance. It really is a character. Well, the judges unanimous in the decision for the first dance. Donnie Byrnes and Gaynor Fairweather win the first dance outright, the cha-cha-cha. Second place, the German team, Hans Reinhard Galke, Bianka Schreiber. Just Dominique Gran from France having them in third place. But third place going to Martine Dihlmann and Lydia Weisser. So Scotland leading, Germany second and third. Move on now to the samba. And they're the leaders. Richardson and Lorna Dawson. A lot to do. They finished sixth in the first dance. Three dances still to go in these finals. But it is Donnie Byrnes and Gaynor Fairweather who look really unbeatable. Won the first dance, they won the samba again unanimously. Second place going to the German team, Galke and Schreiber. Third place again to Dihlmann and Weisser. Fourth this time to Marc and Martine Barbieri from France, who in fact were fifth on the first dance. Disappointing dance there for John Byrnes and Jane Litletton, who finished in sixth place, having finished fourth on the first dance, the cha-cha-cha. So now a change of pace, a change of mood now as we move on to the third dance. This, of course, the rumba. For these two on the first two dances, Martine Dihlmann, Lydia Weisser. Byrnes, Jane Litletton. Well, that was a rumba. A lot of passion and expression there. And again, it's Donnie Byrnes and Gaynor Fairweather, as you would expect, that win that one again unanimously. In second place, it's Galke and Schreiber. Third, Dihlmann and Weisser. Fourth, again, the French team, Marc and Martine Barbieri. Great result for them. Fifth, John Byrnes, Jane Litletton. And sixth, Paul Richardson and Lorna Dawson. So 2 dances to go. Next up will be the Paso Doble. And, of course, finally, the jive. The crowd really warming up now. And our compere getting them going. But there's one man that doesn't need to be got going. I should think he'll take some stopping. So we move on now to the Paso Doble. And there, Byrnes and Fairweather. And I love to watch these two perform this dance. He really does capture that feeling of portraying the matador. And, of course, Gaynor fits into the role of that of the Cape. Quite brilliant. And Donnie seems to be enjoying himself as much as the crowd that have come to support them. These two really do give so much to this sport. Total commitment. From the tips of his fingers right down to his toes. Well, it doesn't come any better than that, that's for sure. Donnie Byrnes, Gaynor Fairweather. So the marks and the Paso Doble, in fact, one judge had them second on that. Michel Dolliens from France had them in second place. Everybody else had them in first. No doubt they're going to win. And that's pretty much a formality, really. So the final dance now, the jive. Well, a little bit of a problem there. We're going to start again, I think. So the couples just getting into it. Perhaps a chance for the crowd to get into it a little bit more. Bit of audience participation required here in the Bercy Stadium. So we'll try again. This is the final dance. in this competition. French couple have performed well today. Marc and Martine Barbieri, 5th in the first dance of these finals, but they've been 4th in each of the dances to follow. And, they'll be looking to keep that trend going. Hans and Bianka, it's been 2nd place for them in each dance. Well, he looks tired. They've given their all. There's no doubt about it, these dancers. It really is a demanding sport. And to perform the jive at the end of the competition is physically quite exhausting, but fantastic presentation, a real spectacle. Donnie Byrnes and Gaynor Fairweather, one of the first couples to leave. And a standing ovation for all of the finalists, and very well deserved indeed. It's been a splendid display of Latin American dancing. Now Donnie and Gaynor back out on the dance floor. And look at that, everybody in the stadium up on their feet. And good to see the dancers appreciative to the audience who supported them so well. I mean, it's such a vast stadium, difficult to get an atmosphere going in here. But the crowd have played their part, and it's been a splendid finals. Remember, a lot at stake. 30,000 French francs for the winners, 22,000 for 2nd place, 17,000 for 3rd, going down to 6,000 francs for 6th place. Well, they're the winners, there's no doubt about that. But we'll keep you in suspense a little bit to find out how the other couples have got on. Total commitment all day throughout the competition from these two. 12 times world champions in a class of their own. Well, we're going to take a very short commercial break, but we'll be right back with all of the presentations in a moment or two. Welcome back. So now to the presentation of the medals. And they're the silver medalists. The Germans Hans, Reinhard Galke and Bianka Schreiber. They make their way up onto the rostrum. It was a splendid effort. They in fact got the first placing in the Paso Doble from the French judge Simone Germain. But no doubt about the winners, a class of their own, a real class act. Donnie Byrnes and Gaynor Fairweather. And it has to be said, this is the couple that the crowd have come out to see. Quite unbelievable how they maintain that high level of fitness, concentration, and dedication to the sport. Still love to compete. And warmly appreciated wherever they go in the world. So the final result, Donnie Byrnes, Gaynor Fairweather for Scotland win. Hans Reinhard Galke, Bianka Schreiber for Germany. take the silver medal. The bronze goes to Martin Dihlmann and Lydia Weisser, also from Germany. Fourth place, Marc and Martine Barbieri from France. Fifth, John Byrnes and Jane Litletton from England. And in sixth, their teammates, Paul Richardson and Lorna Dawson.
Ça fait 10 ans que j'essaie d'avoir Donnie et Gaynor.
Well, there, another chance to marvel at the commitment of these two.
Difficile d'apprécier, mais leur danse, c'est d'une pureté extraordinaire, d'un contrôle extraordinaire, le caractéristique de la danse.
Quite unbelievable.
Alors peut-être que vous êtes plus impressionné par des couples qui bougent plus, etc. Mais dans la danse, ce qui est très difficile, c'est la perfection. Et lorsque les couples vous semblent danser facilement, je peux vous dire, j'en avais
really complimenting the performance of Donnie Byrnes and Gaynor Fairweather.
C'est mon droit. Oui, c'est vrai.
I'm afraid my French isn't too hot, but I'm sure at the end of this we're going to see another dance from Donnie and Gaynor. The winners dance, they won't get away without performing again.
À gauche, à droite, en face, derrière. Nous allons demander Donnie, Gaynor, how do you want to dance?
Well, they're given the choice of what they'd like to perform. And this competition, as I said earlier, really has been competed in a tremendous spirit. A little bit of French now from Donnie. What would you like to see? My French goes that far anyway.
Ma chérie, qu'est-ce que vous voulez voir? Rumba. Ok.
The rumba.
La danse d'amour.
The dance of love from Donnie Byrnes and Gaynor Fairweather. The champions of the Grand Prix of Paris for 1996.
De nous présenter la rumba de Donnie et de Gaynor.
So a chance again for the Gerard Eva Orchestra to strike up as Donnie and Gaynor perform the rumba.
Bendeus Aternos eloge sua hal, e a teu santo li vendeu comita fé, comprofiado pra fazer sua mortal. Tomou gole de cachaça e de no pé, Maria se ainda viu Juno mar, matando gato pra investir seu tamborim. Naquela tarde, já bem tarde, comentava, lá vai o homem se acabar tem fim. Tanto investiu na brincadeira, pra tudo se acabar na terça-feira.
Oh, they've gone down a storm here in Paris, as you'd expect, and Donnie still giving it his all. He loves to perform. Who can blame him when you're greeted with a reception like that? Worthy applause. Oh, well, they've become legends in Latin dance. Donnie Byrnes and Gaynor Fairweather. Great to see him out there, making it a very special evening for these people. Well, it's certainly been